Breath changed lives? This 4-minute Stanford protocol is trending for real transformation, and yours could start in the next 60 seconds. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share has already quietly rewired CEOs who were one breakdown from quitting, burned out parents who felt they were failing their kids, and even elite athletes who lost their edge. Today, it's your turn. This isn't hype. This is the simplest tool that actually delivers when everything else feels too hard. Hey friend, welcome back to Take and Grow. I'm Dr. Silas Kincaid. If you've ever felt like your mind is racing 100 miles an hour while your life feels completely stuck, if anxiety shows up uninvited every single morning, if stress quietly steals your evenings with your family or your focus at work, you are not broken, you are not lazy, you are not failing. You're simply missing the one lever that science now proves is the fastest way to talk to your own nervous system. Today, we're walking through real, trending stories of ordinary people, just like you and me, who used one specific Stanford-backed breathing protocol and watched their entire trajectory shift. No expensive retreats, no years of therapy appointments you can't afford, no complicated apps or gadgets, just breath, mastered in minutes a day. We're going to go deep. We're going to cover the exact protocol, the real science behind why it works so fast, the stories that prove it in real life, and then the exact step-by-step ways to weave it into every single area of your life. Work stress, relationships, sleep, creativity, even those moments when you feel completely overwhelmed. By the end of this episode, you will not only know exactly how to do it, but you'll have a complete 30-day plan that turns this into the daily habit that finally makes every other growth tool you've tried actually stick. If you're ready for the upgrade that feels almost too simple to be true, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button so YouTube knows this matters, and let's dive all the way in together. The trending stories that started it all. Let me start by painting the picture that so many of us know too well right now. You wake up already carrying yesterday's weight. Your chest feels tight before you've even opened your eyes. The to-do list feels heavier than your coffee mug. You scroll your phone and the anxiety just ramps up. You tell yourself today will be different, but by 10 a.m. you're already reacting instead of choosing. That was Sarah, 34 years old, marketing director right here in Southeast Asia. 6 months ago, she was one panic attack away from walking out of the job she had fought so hard to get. She tried the meditation apps, she tried therapy sessions that cost more than her rent, she even tried medication that left her feeling numb. Nothing lasted. Then, one night, she saw a short clip about this Stanford Physiological Sigh. She tried it for 4 minutes before her biggest client presentation the next morning. Her heart rate dropped almost instantly. Her voice didn't shake. She closed the deal and got promoted 2 weeks later. Sarah reached out to me last month and said, "Silas, I didn't just survive that meeting, I actually felt alive in it. For the first time in years, I felt like I was in the driver's seat of my own life again." And Sarah is not alone. These stories are popping up everywhere, in Reddit threads at 2 a.m., in quiet LinkedIn posts from executives who didn't want to admit they were struggling, even in group chats of working parents in Phnom Penh who were tired of snapping at their kids. Let me introduce you to Marcus next, former Marine, now running his own small construction business here in Cambodia. Nightmares from deployment used to wake him at 3 a.m. every single night. Traditional therapy helped a little, but the physiological sigh became his nightly reset. He told me, "Doc, I finally sleep like a man who's no longer at war with himself." His business has grown 40% since he started using this consistently. Then there's Priya, mom of 3 beautiful kids right here in Phnom Penh. She used to feel so guilty because she would snap at them every evening when the exhaustion hit. She started doing the sigh in the car before picking them up from school. Her exact words to me were, "I walked through the door calm for the first time in years. My children are finally getting the mother they deserve, not the version of me that was always one breath away from exploding." These aren't cherry-picked miracles. These are regular people who finally found a tool that matches the speed of modern life. And the best part, the protocol itself is so simple you can do it right now with me. The Stanford Physiological Sigh. Do this with me right now, wherever you are. Inhale deeply through your nose. Fill your lungs all the way. Take a second, smaller top-up inhale, still through the nose, just a little more air. Exhale slowly and completely through your mouth. Make it long, audible, and full. Let everything go. Do that full cycle 3 times. Feel that shift? That's real. That's your body moving from stress mode to calm mode in under 60 seconds. The science that makes this work every single time. Here's where this gets even more powerful and why researchers at Stanford are so excited about it. Your breath is not just oxygen going in and carbon dioxide going out. It is the fastest, most direct line of communication you have with your autonomic nervous system, the part of you that controls stress, energy, focus, and recovery. When you do that double inhale, you completely fill the little air sacs at the bottom of your lungs that usually stay collapsed under stress. That extra air triggers a massive release of signals through your vagus nerve. Then the long, slow exhale flips the switch from fight or flight into rest and digest mode faster than almost any other technique out there. Real research coming out of Stanford shows this drops cortisol levels quicker than most meditation practices and brings your heart rate variability back into the sweet spot where creativity, decision-making, and emotional control actually live. In plain language that matters to your daily life, you are literally hacking your own biology so that the calm you need is available on demand, not after a 30-minute meditation you never have time for. I've used this before every single difficult conversation I've ever had on this channel. I used it before recording this very episode because even I still get nervous when I know I'm speaking to thousands of you who are counting on real help. Let me show you how this looks in practice. Take another cycle with me right now, but this time add a quiet intention on the exhale. After you let that long breath out, say silently to yourself, I am safe, I am capable, I choose my next moment. Go ahead, I'll wait right here with you. Feel how your shoulders dropped even more? That's not placebo, that's your nervous system responding exactly the way it was designed to when you finally give it the right signal.
Let me get really personal with you for a moment, because I never want this to feel like theory. 2 years ago, I was the guy writing books and recording episodes about growth, but inside, I was waking up with that low-grade dread every single morning. I knew all the mindset strategies, I knew the science, but my nervous system was stuck in overdrive. I started the Physiological Sigh as my non-negotiable first thing when my feet hit the floor, before emails, before social media, before anything. Within 3 weeks, my baseline anxiety had dropped so dramatically that my wife actually pulled me aside and asked what I was doing differently. She said I looked lighter. I wasn't trying harder. I wasn't forcing positive thinking. I was finally giving my body the one signal it had been craving for years. The signal that said, you are safe right now. That safety became the foundation for every other habit I teach here on Take and Grow. Once my nervous system trusted me, the journaling stuck. The cold showers felt good instead of punishing. The deep work sessions flowed instead of feeling like a battle. And I'm not the only one. I've heard from hundreds of you in the comments and messages. People who used to dread Mondays now walk into them calm. Parents who felt guilty every evening now end the day connected. Professionals who were burning out are now leading with clarity. This is the part where the protocol stops being a trick and starts becoming a lifestyle. Let's take this tool into the place where most of us spend the majority of our waking hours, work. You know that moment, the boss drops an unexpected deadline, your inbox is exploding, and you can feel your chest tightening? Most people push through with caffeine and willpower. You now have something better. Use the Sigh 3 times before any important meeting or difficult conversation. I've had clients tell me it changed how they negotiate raises, how they give feedback without triggering defensiveness, and how they stay creative when everyone else is panicking. One executive in Singapore shared that he does the Sigh in the bathroom stall before every board meeting. No one knows. Everyone just notices he's the calmest person in the room and the one they want to follow. Try this at your desk tomorrow. When stress spikes, do the double inhale, long exhale, then quietly say, "I choose clarity." Watch how your emails feel different. Watch how your ideas flow easier. This is the unfair advantage no one talks about because it's free and invisible. Now let's talk about the area that matters most to so many of you, your relationships. How many times have you snapped at your partner or your kids because the stress of the day spilled over? Priya's story is so common. She used to carry the weight of the entire day home and unload it on her family. Now she does the sigh in the car for 4 minutes before walking through the door. She walks in present. She listens better. She responds instead of reacts. Her marriage feels new again. Her kids seek her out instead of avoiding her. Use this before any conversation that matters, with your spouse after a long day, with your teenager who's pushing boundaries, even with aging parents. The long exhale creates the space between stimulus and response that Viktor Frankl talked about, the space where your best self lives. Try it tonight. Before you sit down to dinner, excuse yourself for 2 minutes, do 5 cycles, and come back to the table as the version of you your family deserves. Sleep, health, and physical recovery. Sleep is where this protocol shines brightest for so many. If you're lying in bed with your mind racing at 11 p.m., do this: 5 physiological sighs while lying flat. Most people I've worked with fall asleep mid-cycle because the exhale flips your nervous system into recovery mode. Combine it with a simple body scan. After each exhale, notice one part of your body and consciously relax it. Shoulders, jaw, hands. You'll wake up feeling like you actually rested instead of just survived the night. For physical health, use it before workouts to get better focus and form, or after workouts to speed recovery. The drop in cortisol helps your body actually repair instead of stay in stress mode. Creativity, focus, and deep work. Creativity doesn't live in a stressed nervous system. Before any deep work session, writing, planning your business, studying, do the protocol for 3 minutes. Then add one more cycle with the intention, "I am open to insight." I use this before every script I write for this channel. The ideas flow instead of feeling forced. The words come easier. The solutions appear. Students and professionals who've adopted this report 30 to 40% better focus and fewer distractions. Your brain finally has the calm environment it needs to do what it was built for. Common pitfalls and how to fix them forever. Let's make sure you don't waste time making the same mistakes I see all the time. Mistake 1, doing it too fast. Slow the exhale. That's where the magic lives. Mistake 2, forgetting the intention sentence. The breath calms the body. The words rewire the mind. Mistake 3, only using it when you're already stressed. Make it preventative. Morning anchor is everything. Mistake 4, giving up after a few days. This is a lifestyle, not a quick fix. I'll walk you through how to troubleshoot every single one so this becomes automatic. Your complete 30-day Breathe Mastery Challenge. This is where the real life change happens. Here is your exact 30-day plan. Week 1, foundation. Morning 4 minutes plus midday reset. Track your baseline calm level 1 to 10 each night. Week 2, integration. Add pre-sleep ritual and intention sentence. Notice relationships shifting. Week 3, emotional firewall. Use in real-time triggers. Journal the before and after. Week 4, mastery. Combined with one other growth habit. Watch your entire life respond. I'll be right here with you every step. Come back to this episode and do the practices live with me whenever you need the support. You didn't click on this video by accident. You're here because you're ready for the version of you that feels calm, clear, and in control. The protocol is simple. The stories are real. The science is solid. The only question left is, will you make this the day you finally start? So tell me right now in the comments, what is one specific situation in your life where you are going to use the physiological side this week? Be detailed, like before my Monday morning meeting or when my kids start arguing at dinner. Your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to see to finally try it. If this episode gave you even one tool you know you'll actually use, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We drop deep, practical episodes every week to help you think deeper, act smarter, and live better. Next week, we're going even deeper into the hidden power of micro-habits that create unstoppable momentum. You won't want to miss it.
Until then, breathe deep, my friend. You've got everything you need. This is Dr. Silas Kincaid, and you're growing with Take and Grow. I'll see you in the next one.